Hello, and welcome to our Thursday night talk, where we're going to talk about how you can set up your Amazon business if you're a new Amazon seller or if you're somebody who is thinking about starting your Amazon business and just doesn't know how to start because there are many different ways of starting your Amazon business. So, I've been talking to many of you who really wanted some guidance on, just basic principles of how to do this. So, without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully, this is going to work because I'm still new in doing this. Okay, I hope this is going to be it. So, okay, this is the one. Share the screen. We're going to start. Okay, I think this is going to be like that, or maybe I'll do it this way. I think I'd prefer it like this. Yeah, I think it's very nice. So you can see my screen, and I am going to maximize this as well, which is nice. Nice way of doing that. Okay, so let's start. So if you're an Amazon seller, here's how to do it. Okay, so there's basically three main steps to any e-commerce business. I'm talking about e-commerce business here, which is also part of what Amazon is about. First you have to turn on the cash flow, make sales, start making money. Then once you understand and know how to do that, it's automating your business so that you can free up your time and you can get sort of bird view overview of your business, see what works, what doesn't, and you can start managing your business rather than working in it. And then once you understand how cash flow works, how to automate everything, then you can start growing your business by repeating things that work and inventing things that would improve your business even further. So, okay. So this is actually from my template here. So there are a few ways of doing this. You're starting with the Amazon business. The most common ones that usually are recommended are online arbitrage, wholesale, maybe bundles, private label. They're just sort of four big groups, and lots of people do not know where to start. And some people think that private label is the way to start. Some think it's wholesale the way to start, and certainly you can do that. However, it's a general consensus with experienced Amazon sellers that people can start in any of these business models if they have a business acumen already and experience in retail and sales. But if you do not have experience in retail and if you do not have experience in running a business, then step by step is best. And also, general consensus is that if there is the case that you are not experienced business owner, then you should start from online arbitrage. So you can see this sort of a graph there, or a flow chart where you can see that we start in online arbitrage. That's the first step. Then is wholesale, then bundles, then at the end private label. And okay, so this is how you basically should think, because there is a steep learning curve if you want to be an Amazon seller. First of all, when you start with online arbitrage, there's lots of things to learn about the platform itself, Amazon Seller Central platform. You need to know how to find profitable products. You need to know what to do once you have found them and which softwares to use. So this is really cool way to start. Then once you have experienced in that, we do recommend for you to find the best products that are working really well in online arbitrage. And it's going to take you about maybe 6 months minimum to learn that. I recommend a year. So it's not like fast growing, you make money overnight sort of business model. I don't think that any business model works like that. If it does, you can let me know, but I really don't think so. Everything has its learning curve and time that's needed. Then you can go into wholesale. So you find really great profitable products from your experience of sourcing with online arbitrage and testing these products. And then you find wholesalers where you can source these products for a much better price. And that involves a whole different skill set, and the needs are also different. So basically, once you do this, you can also then start scaling your business. You need to know how much money to invest, because wholesalers often require large financial investment. And after that, which also takes probably 6 months at least, you can then have a nice big overview of what works, what doesn't work in Amazon, space. So what kind of products work? What kind of products do not work? So you start getting the sense and feeling and knowledge on how to analyze products, and actually knowing, once you open up the product, how to see the sort of journey of the product in regards throughout the year, in regards to competition, in regards to popularity, in regards to maybe new products that are going to be released in the market. So you become an experienced seller. So from these two, which models, which are going to take about a year and a half, up to 2 years, then you can go into bundles to gain some experience in different softwares, different skill sets that you need, maybe different teams. And you can see on the side that you can test these things. So you create bundles. You will learn in time what bundles are. There are several different types of bundles. So you can you have to test them by ordering them, to see them physically, self-prepping them, testing them with Amazon PPC. You have to learn Amazon advertising and keyword search and everything else that it's required for bundles. Lots of different knowledge is required versus online arbitrage and wholesale. So it's again another steep learning curve, right, that you need time to develop and learn. And then is the fourth step is private label. And private label, sometimes people jump into without knowing any of these previous things. That do not know anything about products, about retail, how to run a business, how to build teams, nothing. Private label is very, very demanding. Even some experienced sellers have problems with private label. Requires lots of skill sets to be added to already existing skill sets, and it requires a larger financial investment than any of the previous ones that I mentioned. So this is sort of in short, the flow of business models that new Amazon sellers can, adapt and start developing. And this is what's sort of generally recommended as a journey, which is, I think, the easiest for everybody to do. So in regards to time frame, as I said already, you will not get rich overnight, but you will get, fast sales if you're doing things right, and that will sort of cheer you up and make you want to do more and get involved with Amazon more. So it's quite exciting and gripping business model. So I do recommend you going into that and following this nice little chart from 1 through to 4. So we can go into more details about what's required to actually make this happen. So in regards to learning the business model, there are also 4 steps to learn. The first one, you need to become really good in sourcing, understanding how it's done, and all the methods of sourcing. So basically, sourcing is finding profitable products that you can sell on Amazon. And within the sourcing, there are several other ways of doing it. There's a copy-paste method, there's semi-automated method, deals lists, etc. So once you understand this, we're going to go into this a little bit more in detail on the next slide. But once you understand how to do sourcing, obviously part of it of sourcing game is how to properly analyze the products. There are different softwares that you can use to analyze products. I recommend a few of those, and we're going to go into more detail later. Then you need to decide what are you going to do once you find products that are great and you analyze that they're fantastic, they have great prospects, and you buy them. And then what? What are you going to do with the products? Are you going to order them to arrive at home? Are you going to prep them yourself? What are you going to do? So that kind of decision needs to be made as well. And as a fourth step of this process of learning is selling. So you need to decide how you're going to be selling this. There are several different methods as well, that you need to learn about and test and see which one is the best for you. So you can go for Fulfilled by Amazon, Merchant Fulfilled, and then you need to learn about the prices. What do they do? How to set them up? What strategy will work for you. And this is all another learning curve. So I said it's not simple, but a lot of people learn this, fairly quickly. It takes maybe a month or so to learn all of these things to the basic level. And then it just, go on and start selling their products. And okay, so a little bit more about sourcing. A lot of people have problem with sourcing. I'll tell you that now. And if you tried to source, I doubt that you were absolutely brilliant with sourcing. I usually tell one of my stories when I started as a new seller to learn sourcing. I sort of said, okay, let's do this. I'm going to do sourcing now. Let's find some great products. So I went into sort of reverse sourcing, went into Amazon, found bestsellers, landed into groceries. And I said, okay, there's a lot of chips here, bundles of them that are being sold really fast. Fantastic. Let me find some of these. So I went into reverse sourcing, found some on Ocado, and I started seeing the prices, and I just couldn't find anything that would fit it. And I was looking through these millions of chips and types and flavors that are on Ocado. And I spent, believe it or not, 10 hours on the first day, and I found nothing. I was so frustrated. And then I did the same thing on the second day. Same category, same product, another 10 hours, I kid you not, and found nothing. And I was really, really angry and upset. And I posted this question in a Facebook group. That's why I like Facebook groups. That's why I organized my own, which I invite you to join. I said, I've been sourcing for 10 hours yesterday, 10 hours today, and I just can't find anything. What am I doing wrong? And some of the Amazon sellers said, okay, so what have you been doing? And I said, well, I went into Ocado and I was looking through these chips, yesterday 10 hours and today 10 hours, I can't find anything. And I said, okay, so you made 2 rookie mistakes here. They said, first of all, you have focused on one category and one product only for 10 hours each day. I mean, if you don't find anything in that product for hour and a half, move on. Find something else. Also, do not go into Ocado on your first day. They are huge, and it's much more, organized and much more friendlier if you go on the smaller websites. And I thought, well, I didn't know that Ocado was so huge and has so many products. So yeah, go to something else, maybe Superdrug or something like that, whatever it is, something a bit more friendly. But you see, these are the things that I didn't know and you gain with experience. So thank you very much for my friends in the Facebook group for helping me with that. Okay, so when we come to sourcing, obviously experience matters, but there are 3 major sort of ways to do sourcing. One is manual. So you can do manual sourcing from seller. You get sort of some websites. You go into each one and look through the products, where are the sales, where are the special deals, anything like that. And you see if they're selling on Amazon, and there's software that can actually tell you how to do that immediately. If their products on Amazon or not, so you don't waste your time copy pasting. It just sort of shows up on the right hand side of any website. So you can do that by yourself. There's a semi-automated method, which are the websites that actually scan all these websites for you. And I was using SourceMogul and Tactical Arbitrage myself. I think SourceMogul is really simple, and I have found quickly lots of deals there. And Tactical Arbitrage also has a large potential, but a steep learning curve, and I could not really, I don't know, it wasn't really for me, but some people swear by it. So it's going to be up to you which one you're going to choose. But all of these methods require a lot of time, because when you're doing manual sourcing, it's the most time consuming because you're doing it product by product yourself. The second one is semi-automated SourceMogul, Tactical Arbitrage. They're easy to use. They cover both UK and USA markets. Again, with some of them steep learning curve, and you still need to check everything that they churn out once the search is done, because they can't see plenty of the deals, and there are also plenty of mismatches that you need to rule out. So not perfect. Then the third category is automated. So there are services out there that provide you with deals like OAD, various deals lists, which are some are good, some are bad, and virtual assistants. So I have tried all of these methods, and OAD worked really well for me in the beginning as a new seller, because frankly, I didn't understand what's good, what's bad, because you need experience for that. So Deals supplied to me by OED were really an eye-opener and helped me a lot for the first 6 months of my journey. Then I tried various deals lists and joining with other sellers and VAs that were supplying the deals. That was also good. But the minus was they were not really adjusted to my own needs, and they were really struggling to understand what I wanted out of the deal. And then it's a virtual assistant. So if you have your own virtual assistant, they get trained to your own specifications. They source whatever you want and to your own specifications, as I said. And it's sort of automated because they find deals and you just check them. They are not that, mismatches or missed deals or anything like that. So you get about 5 to 10 deals per day, and it's quite doable. And you can analyze this quickly. I spend 20 minutes, maybe tops, for 10 deals per day. And 20-minute work versus maybe 10 hours work for sourcing by yourself, it's, I think, huge difference, right? And it's totally worth your time. So if you need a virtual assistant, by the way, you can talk to me about it because we do supply virtual assistants to Amazon sellers of different services. Second step is analyzing. So if you want to analyze the product that you want to sell on Amazon, there are some tools which are really, really useful for you to use. One of them is Keepa. That shows you a history of the sales, popularity, competition, reviews of the items, throughout graphs, which is really cool, and numbers. There's a lot of things that you can learn from Keepa. Also, you can use Keepa for type of looking for products or brands that are popular. And there's like a product search that you can use with Keepa. And also you can use other products and services. But other softwares are Buyboot Pro, and I believe it's called Seller Toolkit. Correct me if I'm wrong here. Buyboot Pro is brilliant. When you purchase this software, I have tried it myself. That's why I'm saying it. I'm still using it to this day. It installs itself into Google Chrome. And every time you open up the website or the Amazon website itself to analyze the product, it opens up with the full analysis of the product. You can see absolutely everything: popularity, buying price, selling price. You can see if you're restricted or not. You can see ROI. You can see competition. You can see the past history. You can see everything you need to see. You can see there. And once, if you like this product, you can just add it to your Google spreadsheet automatically. And then you can add it to your inventory as well. That's called Sunfolly now. And everything goes automated, and you can add it automatically into the PPP repricer. So it's all at one sort of click of the buttons. It's really amazing software. And I have not tried the STK Seller Toolkit yet, but okay. It's also very good from what I can see as well. All right, so next one is prepping. So once you have analyzed the deal and bought it, then you have to decide how you're going to be prepping it, because Amazon is very strict about how items are prepped. So there are 3 ways of doing that. One is manual, which means you will be doing that at home or in your garage or in your own, whatever you got, maybe a shed or warehouse, whatever you got. So you will learn how to prep the items correctly, all the bubble wrapping and all the labeling that needs to be done and everything else that they require. Then is automated, which means that you will outsource this to a prep center. I have covered a couple of them, like Easy Prep, and I believe We Prep FBA. I have tried them. There are different ones out there. You need to call them, talk to them, and see which one is the best for you and your needs. And then you can hire help locally, which is also a great option. Some sellers have had great success with that, and that was sort of also my step when I was considering scaling up. And I found some great people around in the local area who would have come up to the garage and helped me prep or prep themselves. And then I can outsource all of this prepping to a person that would actually then freeze a lot of my time as well. Because when you start sort of growing and items start to arrive, you can easily spend whole day just prepping. And then if you do that, when are you going to be sourcing? And if you source all day, when are you going to be controlling which products are the best, reviewing them. And it's very time consuming, all of these tasks. So you need to really quickly decide which ones you like, which ones you don't like, and outsource them as soon as possible. Then is selling. So there are several different ways to control selling and ways to do selling. One is called Fulfilled by Amazon. The other one is called Merchant Fulfilled. So Fulfilled by Amazon, it's really convenient because you buy it, you can prep it or send it to Prep Center, and then they send it to Amazon's warehouse. So once they have it in their warehouse, once it's sold, they ship it, they store it there, they pack it. They really recommend it. Actually, they do make mistakes every now and then, but you can correct them and to go and find out missing items, and it does happen. So you need to learn how to do that as well on top of it. So, but Fulfilled by Amazon is recommended because Amazon requires fast shipping, and not everybody is really glued to the Amazon app waiting for every single sale of every shampoo or some kind of product to be sold. Because if you sell 100 per day, unless you have it organized, that a service comes and picks it up for you daily because you're a big business, how are you going to do that? And if you're late, Amazon doesn't like it and penalizes your account. You can close your account. It's a bit difficult unless you have a good structure. So if you have a good structure, you can do Merchant Fulfilled. That's recommended maybe, if you know how fast you can ship the items, how is your courier, how reliable they are, then you can decide to do that. And if you want also to be on Amazon platform really fast because of the competition, therefore you can do Merchant Fulfilled because it takes time for Amazon to process everything. So basically you pack and it's sent off to Amazon. It sometimes takes a week, sometimes 3 weeks for them to put it onto the platform for sale. And if you're really trying to sell this fast, so you're ahead of everybody else, you can start by doing Merchant Fulfilled a bit and then send half via Fulfilled by Amazon, and then just gain a bit of a competition by doing that strategy. And also in regards to selling, you need to really learn which kind of strategies to use and apply them within a repricer that you're using. So repricer, every single Amazon seller has to have a repricer because competition can be really brutal in the Amazon space. So you need to have a repricer that controls all of these changes of the prices. So you can use a free one in the beginning, which is provided by Amazon, which I did as well. You can set your prices at minimum, maximum, and it does the job for you. And then a little bit more professional ones are Profit Protector Pro or PPP, which is connected to Buyboot Pro and Sunfully. So it's like a nice little package there. I've used it. It's pretty good, and I still use it. It's just convenient to keep everything together as far as I'm concerned on one place. I also used BQL, which is also pretty good. And a lot of people recommend Repricer Express. I have not used that, so I can't say anything about that. But this Repricer software is definitely something that you will need to set up in your business whilst you're selling. Okay, so I think that's just a quick overview of everything that I've got to share with you. There's nothing else really to say. And if you had any questions, you can ask them right now or after you watch the videos later. And if you want this PDF that I've just sort of gone through right now, you can ask me and I will send it to you below in the text. So just ask me, I want a PDF, and I'll send it to you. If you're not watching this from our Facebook group, you need to join a Facebook group to get PDFs and the rest of the videos and the support that we provide within the group. And also, I would like to know what is it that you want to talk about next in regards to your Amazon business. And, if you'd be so kind to send me a message about what actually really bothers you about your Amazon business, what kind of troubles are you facing? I know how intense it is to be an Amazon seller. Nothing is ever straightforward. So if you need some help, join our Facebook group, and see you soon. Okay.